Nobody is responsible for having bad thoughts or good thoughts. I want to say what I'm speaking about it like this. The difference, if there is difference, is whether you go with the energy of the bad thought or not. But whether they come or not is not up to you. I want to use this opportunity just to touch on this subject for a little bit. Because sometimes we imagine that like Christ or Muhammad or Krishna never had bad thoughts. Pure, no bad thoughts. Okay? But before a thought appears, did you know it is going to come? Before a thought arises, did you know it was coming from somewhere? You merely just discover the energy of this. Actually, many thoughts arise energetically in the space of our consciousness, and most of them they don't register because you have no interest in them. Actually, that's another important thing. They come maybe as potential, but they don't get any interest from you, so they don't register in consciousness. So effectively, they haven't happened. So, in fact, this is a very good point. They don't register because they have no interest from you. So, they're not saved in the consciousness, in the psyche. Usually we are troubled only by those thoughts which have a kind of meaning for you. And particularly thoughts which have identity in them. If it's something to do with the identity that you think you are or something, then they will have more power, more juice if you connect with them. But originally, none of them belong with you. Originally, no thought belong with you. Not even the I thought. The immaculate conception, I call the I thought. It means the first thought of the Supreme arising as God, I, Supreme. Originally, not even I came after. And this is why even the feeling I can be felt, observed. Do you realize the power of this thing? That if even the I thought, which is the womb of all other thoughts, that even this one can be detected and perceived. When you're in the position to recognize that even the I, which is mind or the feeling of existence, is itself the earliest phenomenon, then you are in the unborn state, the unspeakable one. You will not define yourself as a person. It will have very little meaning for you. We don't need to get rid of the person or even the feeling of ego. Just leave it and go beyond, into the place before ego, the weakness of ego. Don't try to kill the mind. You cannot. Just go beyond. Stay beyond. You are the weakness of the mind. Mind depends upon your witnessing. If you are not there to witness mind, there's no mind. If there's no consciousness, there's no mind. First, I, the purest form of mind is I. And I is synonymous with consciousness before the birth of duality. If you only will understand this, if you only look into this matter, then everything becomes very clear, very quick for you to see. So the thoughts that come, the energy, they come first, no? They come, and then somehow they have to link with the thinker thought. The thoughts have to link to the thinker thought. And the thinker thought is difficult to catch because it goes by the name I. And once you say I, it's like you bring it into your house. It becomes part of your virtual self, the feeling of I. And we only have to look at I. And the challenge of looking at I is that I is a shapeshifter. It's a chameleon. It has different ways of expressing. Because God says I, the devil also say I. Ego says I. The angels say I. Everything says I. I is sentience in expression, is I. One only has to take a look at what uniform is your I wearing right now, and you will find the key back to your own self. Sometimes we are speaking, yes, I want to do this, and I try, and I say, hi, ooh, just look, and determine as what are you representing yourself. And then you can come to see, yes, it's just from my mind again, it's just my mind. Now tell me when it is not your mind. See when it is not your mind. It is almost always the mind. When that seeing is clear, there's a great silence, an all-encompassing silence. The silence which is really here, but somehow it gets eclipsed by the fascination for the virtual identity. That identity is not really what we are, not deeply. It is only a costume that we wear while we sleep in this world. This is why I say, keep on looking at what this I'm doing this with you. All of this is here for that. Because if you don't investigate the I itself, even this body we are thinking, I am the body. It is the consciousness, which is not the body, which is identifying I am the body. When consciousness believes I am the body becomes the pajamas of the being. That is all. All sleeping. In this modification, I am the body, yes. The body becomes the pajamas of the being. The ego pajama.